Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. This is kind of like a Man United humbling, to be honest. Today, Spurs beat Man United finally. The last time they beat them, they were locked down. To be honest, 2020. But I'm here with Kas, Deji, and Daud. Daud is already laughing. His team hasn't played yet, but Kas is fuming. You can see him smiling, but actually he's upset. But hit that like button for us. This is your evening debate. And look at Deji. Guys, come on, give me some energy. How's everybody feeling? Gas is fuming, I know that for sure. He's upset. I'm gonna let him get it out.
You lot fucking talk, innit? I can't bother.
Yeah. Before Kas says anything, okay? How have you, as a club, spent this amount of money? You've gone backwards in a season. You've gone completely backwards. They really said that United were going to challenge for the title this season. Really challenge for the title. They'll be lucky to make top 4 this season. I'm sorry, but you're going to be lucky. With that midfield three, that is haram football. Mount, Bruno and Casemiro. If you're going into a season that midfield three, you're not scraping any wins. You are still lucky. You were so lucky to even scrape a win against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And they got absolutely demolished by Brighton. Okay? And then you come against Tottenham Hotspur with the midfield three of Sarr, Basuma, and I don't know who, Maddison. And you get dominated.
Hey, put some respect on their names, though. Put them.
Yeah. This is Ollie ball, bro. This is Ollie ball. Okay.
Like in the first half, they weren't silent like shit, and there was people saying why ain't Ollie skip starting? Don't do that. We should have buried you in the first half. That's all I know. But
yeah.
Anyway,
you know what it is.
Anyways, back to Daud. Daud, how's it gone backwards when the first 2 games of last year, we lost both games in a row, and this is expected right away from home that we lose to top 9 teams.
No. I say going back because it's been 12 months now. You're supposed to have an identity. I've got a couple of United friends, United friends, and they don't even know your style of play. You don't know what kind of style of play you're playing. Rashford as a number 9. You're not getting anywhere as Rashford as a number 9.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did most of your fan base want Arteta out after his second stint in charge?
No.
Wait. It's a quick yes or no question. Did your fan base want them out in the second stint? Did you only start seeing football in your 3rd year? So if you've got an actual striker up front, which you got in your year, and we ain't even been able to employ ours yet, and our window's not done and all this kind of stuff, does that also mean that it's kind of unfair to judge it at this point of time when some of them signings are not even on the pitch?
All I'm saying is, a lot of people knew. People have to question Erik ten Hag signing Mason Mount. Please, Kas, tell me, what does Mason Mount offer to you guys?
I can't lie, yeah. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit
here. That bad today.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here today and slander Mason Mount, innit? I'm not because I thought he was one of the better players, and I saw what I saw in the first half, and we should have absolutely destroyed Spurs. In before Pedro Porro rattled the bar, we should have had a penalty. Don't tell me otherwise. But I'm gonna say it was justice for the Wolves, and I'll hold that one. Bruno Fernandes 2 yards out. Rashford from about 3 yards out. Garnacho, Anana should have had an assist, if we're being totally honest. So I'm just going to say that. But you know what? Tottenham caught us in moments. I told you, it's a moments team. They caught us on the deflection. That's not going like the... But I don't know, we were passive. I don't know what Luke Shaw was doing. You know what it is, yeah? Because before I'm going to allow myself to get hot, my head's going to explode in a second because I know Deji's going to talk some absolute shit. Yeah, and Jordz is coming on after Deji leaves. So I've got double shit on top of shit to make more shit. So... If that's the case, yeah, I ain't gonna judge it yet. I know when we lost this time last year, we're gonna make our signing that we want to, and it will change everything that we need in it at some point. I still believe in my team. Yes, I have got some doubts on the 10 hogs. I got a couple. I can't, bro. I'm gonna go mad. Bro, you know what? Actually, you know what, Bonnet? I'm tired of Anthony. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. You know what it is, yeah? I think who was it? I think Mont set it off in my head. This guy set this off in my head. Why is it that we big up mediocre performances? Why? I'm tired of mediocrity. You know, average performance. Oh yeah, but he tried. Oh, whooped he fucking do, bro. He tried. He tried. Great. I can try for you. Get me fit. Guarantee I'll do a little bit. Luke Shaw, I knew this was going to happen, bro. I knew this was going to happen as well. And I know he'll get better in the season, but I know he absolutely fumbled Ten Hag's eyes with his performances last year to get that new contract. I knew it. I can't wait for Malacia to come back in and play the style he wants. I really want to play the style that Ten Hag wants, and he can't do it at this moment of time, even after 310, 80 million, whatever the hell it is at this moment of time. Again, like Casemiro, bruv. Like, again, after the second half, I don't know what was going on in that ball peanut of my manager's head, yeah. But they left Casemiro on his ones again. Like he got giddy or something. Like, he said, yeah, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna push up. You know it's working, but what you're gonna do, Mason? You're gonna push up. And guess what he does later in the game? He puts Bruno on the right, and then the left. Makes no sense. As soon as I saw that front three, I was annoyed anyways, man. I can't stand Rashford up front. It pisses me off. You know, if I keep going, I'm just going to get more pissed off the fact that Tottenham, in one window, went from absolute shit midfield, yeah, to a better midfield than ours.
Yeah. Can I come through?
He done it.
I'm gonna come through, and I'm gonna need at least 5 minutes, yeah, to I have to just do my thing. This is like a daily. Let me do my little daily duppy real quick.
The fact that 1,000 of you are in here already to see my pain, yeah, says everything I need to know about the YouTube world. You lot stink.
Big up to all 1,000 people in the chat. Big up to everyone tuning in. I'm about to drop the daily duppy on Kas. First and foremost, Kas, I don't like the way you've come on tonight, disrespecting the team, because first and foremost, Tottenham patterned your team. And I'll just explain quickly. You lot had your chances. Bruno Fernandes had a header. He was free at last. Man just had to just tap it in, and you're 1-0 up. He fumbled his lines. Let's be real. And I was speaking on Brandon's show the other day, and I said this. There's a thing that I'm seeing in Man United and I'm seeing in Arsenal. Because you man have bought Mount, you lot feel you have to play him like Arsenal feel they have to play Kai Havertz. And for me, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What is Scott McTominay doing on the bench when he's exactly what you needed in the team today and my man didn't get a sniff? Then, Tottenham doing their thing on the pitch. Last season, we could hardly touch the ball. Today, we dominated you. Let's be real. Even though Tottenham weren't fancy. Son wasn't great. Kulusevski weren't great. Richarlison weren't great. But that midfield three, they patterned the Manchester United. Casemiro, Fernandes, and Mason Mount could have been castaway. You know, like that. Like, man, they were on different Caribbean islands. We couldn't really see them. So, but Tottenham, the way they moved the ball, the way they were just turning the game inside out, you talked about you not having a penalty. What about the penalty that Tottenham could have had? Because the penalty...
What one?
Yeah,
who got Martinez? Don't tell me the Martinez one.
Martinez Smith-Rowe. We saw that given against Tottenham.
What do you mean? What do you mean? McAllister should have been wrongfully sent off.
I'll tell you this.
Be on the pitch according to that McAllister.
Tottenham, what you got today, let me tell you why I'm so happy, Kas. Because your peanut head of a manager had the audacity before the game started, they're asking him, oh, did you see Tottenham against Brentford last week? How are you going to cope? This is him. I didn't watch the game. I'm not focused on Tottenham. I just do United. You're an idiot for doing just United. Because if you had watched the game against Brentford, you would have seen that this is a new Tottenham team. This ain't a Tottenham team who's going to sit back and let you do three at last. This is a Tottenham team who's going to have more ball possession. So my man, Eric Ten Hag, he was stunned. He looked shocked. He didn't even have a clue as to what to do. The only thing I will say to you, my bro, the only thing I would say for you is that Onana, what's his name? Onana, what's his name? He's the only decent player in your team. That keeper right there, well done. As for everybody else, they are dusty. But what I want to hear from everyone, despite the fact that Tottenham did not have a front three, Son was rubbish. Cooley was rubbish. Richarlison was rubbish. We still popped you, man, 2-0 in our stadium.
You
Put
done?
some respect on Vicario for his saves. And put some, you know what? I've been one of the ones who've been on the fence about Orange. But we outplayed Manchester United in our yard today. My club patterned the Red Devils, the Blue Devils, the White Devils, the Green Devils. I don't give a damn what colour you call yourself. You man were rubbish, and we patterned you, and that's what it was. Yes, because
you know, I'm loving this. Deji, you know what? Yeah, you know what I love about this year, because I done it last year. I done it last year too. Yeah, Deji, you said some stuff last year. You remember you was 10 games in and you was gassing Spurs up. Remember, yeah, if you don't in this stream, if you don't virtually shoot me dead, bro, you know I'm gonna be back for a fam. You know this ain't gonna stay like this for long, and you know it, and it's facts, bro. Because you know what, I'll be back, and guess what? I have every receipt I need this year. Everything is getting recorded. Deji, good luck. Shoot me right now, my brother. Shoot me right now, because I swear you're cooking. Better cook. It better not be burnt. It better not be under season. Bro, you better cook me right now, because I swear down, yeah. When you come, oh my days.
Bro, watch. I said it last. I'm gonna look. There's receipts for this.
You know, now watch.
The reason why I'm coming like this, yeah, is because man had to eat humble pie, apple crumble, all of them things. But if you see the receipts, last year May, I said I don't think Eric Ten Hag lasts 18 months at Manchester United, and then you lot did what you did. But I'm still within the 18-month window. Your team looks dusty. And I was on a show yesterday where we were talking about which one of the top 7 managers is, if any, is going to likely to lose their job first. And I came out and I said Ten Hag. And I said, if you man get boxed by Tottenham, my man's job is on the line. And bro, I can't lie, I was disappointed in Manchester United today, bro. You guys looked poor. There's no excuse for it. Last year, Eric Ten Hag was just coming in. You were disarray. My man's had a season, bro. How do you explain this? You should have lost to Wolves and you got patterned by Tottenham Hotspur. As for me, I'm not going to cook too much. But what I am going to say is we slapped up Man United and let's move on to Bournemouth.
That makes it worse, Kas. That makes it worse. They got backed by Brentford.
Yeah, I know,
They got backed by Brentford and they do that to you.
I'll be back.
And all I'm saying is, I want to say one thing. I love Onana. Onana's beautiful at playing at the back. But what's the point of having a goalkeeper that plays at the back if you don't keep possession? What is the point? Okay? He's not a great shot stopper. So if you're not going to have a goalkeeper that's not going to... You're not going to use... But I'm talking a shot stopper compared to David De Gea.
David De Gea. He saved him from today like 3 times.
No, but those shots were not like David De Gea shots. You know what I mean, man? Like, David De Gea used to do some crazy saves. But if Onana, if you're not going to use his best
games, had like 6 saves, bro.
No, but they're like straight at
be honest here.
They're not top corner. They're not world class saves.
Okay, so what do you want him to do? To fly?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying is, what is the point of having Onana if you're not going to keep possession? If you're going to play the same style of football that you're doing with Oli, the same style of football. If you're not you got dominated by Wolves at home. You got dominated by Spurs in the second half, and then literally like what like.
It's a work in progress, bro. It's a work in progress. When you get your tools, sometimes you have to adjust to those tools for what you got for the moment. You know, remember last year we didn't try to do all this football. It's as new as anything else. A bit like your manager having to adapt halfway through the season as well. Like actually, probably most managers, it doesn't work out when they want to play the style of play that they want. It don't happen. Yeah, my team crumbled today, but I saw chances that could have buried Tottenham. Yeah, clear cut chances. Yeah, don't do that. And this is just Tottenham. If that was that penalty, that should have been a penalty. Yeah, karma, call it for what it is. Whatever it is, yeah. We should have that penalty. Bruv, don't tell me his hands are going by down his side. Your arm should not be here, stretched out like that. And even if you're going there, I've never defended like this in my life. Hands down, bro. Anyways, it's not about the penalty. It's just the easy chance that I missed because we'll be having another conversation. I knew it. When Man United miss easy chances, I know we're going to fumble it.
Yeah. Remember, next
week I'll get my W. I'll be back here. Someone's gonna fumble it. I'm not fumbling against Nottingham Forest. No chance.
I'm worried for Man United.
But guess what?
Yeah.
But guess
I'm
what,
worried.
Daud, yeah? We got you the following week afterwards, yeah? And I
Oh.
swear, Daud, this is when I say, make sure you shoot me, because if you don't, I swear it's gonna be a fun time for me. Because when I cook, I don't come on your meaty cooks that you man do. You need at least 3 of you, 3 of me, bro. You need to shoot me, bro, because I'm coming back for this. Oh, not this guy, man. I said 10:30, man.
He said 10:30, but you know, I thought I might come early.
Come through, bro.
Better come early.
Okay,
Come
Jordz,
on,
Jordz, before you start, I'm
Jordz.
sorry. Guys, there's about 1,400 people here. Hit that like button for us. Come on, guys. Give me at least 500 likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. This is the kind of content your Saturday evening is. This is the kind of content. Let me do these super chats. Tiki NBA saying Indo better than Mount. Thanks for buying him. Mount was not that bad today, but he's not a
It's a Liverpool fan talking when you're struggling against Bournemouth, bro. Allow it, fam.
Pac-Man, a lot of talk this week about United slapping Spurs and City struggling with Newcastle. No creativity in the team. Funny that. Look how it turned out. Yeah, Pac-Man, you really struggled against Newcastle. But again, a win is a win. 3 points is 3 points. But Man United, whatever. I'm just going to let the guys talk. I'm not going to do my thing. Ten Hag talent ID is doo-doo.
I want to talk on that. I do want to talk on that, Mo. We
International Association of Fact Checkers is saying United caught with their pants down. Okay, like Jack Nab, yeah.
All right, good one.
Good one. Akil is saying Spurs fans forget they were gassed for the first 10 games and then they fell off. Let's see also Spurs scum whatever. What you lot winning this year?
We're not
Nada.
shaking our bum, trust me. We're not shaking our bum.
And another one. Mo Onana left Inter. Stop
Put these two together,
simping for him.
I just find it funny, yeah. Do you know what it is? I know Kas, he wasn't gonna wear his Man United shirt today, so I thought I'll wear my red durag. I'll let him remember that his team does have a color, and I'll be rocking it happily. You know, it matches the red of my shirt. We run these colors today, and what was he saying pre-game, Kas? Easy win. Kas told me. He said easy win. He was telling me, yeah. We were having a talk, and I told him don't get too gassed. We're gonna break this team down just like Wolves did. And what did we do? We broke them down. We battered them. We taught them a lesson. Let's be real. Let's be real. That was Ange Postecoglou's schooling. Welcome to the Academy of Football, my brother. Ten Hag hasn't taught you nothing in 12 months, and Postecoglou will teach you something. Our team has shown progression, and that super chat was just talking about what happened in the Mourinho era when we started the game started the season 10 games winning. It's different when you play Mourinho football. That's not sustainable. That's when you're getting results, not playing good football. Let's not lie today, Kas. You can laugh all you want, but Tottenham was a completely different team. You didn't expect the team to come out.
Brother. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. The 2 goals. It was a little fumble dip, whatever, from Ben Davies. Don't do that, Deji. It was just a little. It was a weird one that went in, and the second one was a deflection, brother.
All right, that's fine.
It's Assar to keep his eye on the ball.
I know that's fine. Wait. I'm willing to.
We had bare shots as well. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, fam. We just didn't put them in the back of the net. You, man, yeah. As much as you can gas because it's a win, don't let the win.
John, do you want me to show you something about your team? Wait. Kas, you made your point. Yeah, let me just.
You had your segment. You had your
segment. Let me just come back and tell you something. Let me just come. Your team has conceded 40 shots on goal in 2 games this season.
That's nice. And you
have some big worries. Your team
a lot of them shots with duds.
Can I just say something as well, Kas? Can I just say something real quick? Just two things. The first thing is I don't remember Tottenham under Pochettino having more possession than Man United.
You had a lot of the ball and done nothing with it.
Let's be honest. Let me be real, because you're my bedroom and we're cooking and we're bantering, but I was genuinely concerned for you, and I'll tell you where I was concerned.
Why were you concerned for me?
Bro, 2 games in, Fernandes is shouting at players, Casemiro shouting at man. The amount of Man U players that were shouting at each other, frowning, looking frustrated, that sort of frustration comes in the last sort of 10 games of the season, not 2 games in. I don't even think bloody who's bottom of the league.
I was thinking as well, they were looking leggy. How are you looking leggy in your second game?
But they were looking like they'd done a 360. They were looking. I thought for 1 second, I came out my living room and I thought we were watching Brentford United for 1 second because I was thinking, have my man done 360? Have I gone back in time or something? Kas, I'm worried about your team, bro.
I'm not.
I don't think this is
not.
easy.
I'm not worried.
You're just
I'm not
going to
worried.
get on a win and start moving. I think something is.
Right, Kas.
You lot are creaking
I'm
at
not
the seams,
worried.
bro.
I'm not worried. We lost twice. We lost twice. Yeah.
Right,
last
Kas, no,
year.
seriously,
And
though,
I was
seriously,
at
let's be real,
both the
though.
games like an idiot. Like an idiot I was. And
Right.
guess what? Things changed. Things will change. I'm not worried, Jordz. This is the
All
thing.
right, Kas, so let's be serious here.
Away.
Then. Serious, let's be serious here. What about your midfield then? Because look,
No. I think I think even today shows that he was going to tweak it, and then he tried a little something. He experimented,
and it didn't work.
Huh? It didn't. No, brother.
Work.
No, in the first half, it did work though. That's the thing.
No. Again, the only thing that you had was at the start of the game, you just caught us off guard a bit. The high press. Wait. We can admit the high press caught us off guard at the start, but after about 30 minutes, once we grew into the game, we took control and we had the game from there on out.
That's just 30 minutes. Yeah,
about 30 minutes in, 35 minutes in. And from there, that's where we took the game completely out of control. You guys just had the first few minutes.
My manager will definitely tweak it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know my manager will tweak it.
Don't highlight some problems that you need signing.
Don't get me wrong. I know my manager will tweak it, and I know extra additions will come in, right? And that will be the case. But the difference is, I now know, thanks to that loss, I know a signing will come in, and the one that we need. And thanks to that signing, I'm gonna laugh. This is what I say all the time. Guess what? I always have the last laugh, George. George, you know this line very much. George, you know this very, very well, George. When I went on DL Sports and you man hunt me down, I had the last laugh. I said, "Oh, I have the last laugh," and I did, and I will again.
On a level, Kas, on a level with respect. I mean, we've been doing Never a Fan now for quite a while. The sort of chest that you're coming with, bro, you might have to just lower it a bit. You know what I mean? With respect, you're gonna have to lower the chest. And let me explain why you need to lower the chest. This Tottenham team, this Tottenham team ain't even there yet. We know we got problems with our front three. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still see where Tottenham is creaking. I'm not quite understanding why Manchester United is in disarray and why you, Kas, can come on the show today and be trying to explain that it's a good thing because you're going to bring someone else in. Bro, what have you not been doing all summer then? What have you not been doing all summer?
This is how it operates. That's how
we've been hearing for about 6 months. We've been hearing about the Qatari takeover.
The only thing is, my brother,
the Glazers are staying in.
It's not the
Glazers are staying in.
They're not staying in. It's not looking good for you, man. Anyways, regardless of that, I don't want. The thing is, I'm not going to come on here and tell the audience why we lost today is because of the Glazers. Because I saw my manager go for Mason Mount, and when we didn't need it, I think Mason Mount's a decent player, but he's not what we need.
So can we comment? Can we comment on?
Anyways, yeah, he got it wrong, bro. I think the second half he could have done a little something different. I thought McTominay coming on to provide extra legs would have definitely added something to go forward. I thought Anthony should have came off straight away. Marcus Rashford, there's no point having him up on the left. I said switch him to the right. He's having some fun. Van der Ven got sold a cheeseburger differently, fam, and we nearly scored from it. Yeah. So the way I look at it, the front line's got to get tweaked and Anthony's got to get dropped. I don't like Anthony. He wasted money on Anthony, but you can't say that he ain't made some decent signings.
Kas. I want, let me.
Can I do the super chats while you guys before you do that? So respect for the audience, please. There's about 1,600 people here, guys. Come on, hit the like button, please. Come on, the like button is free. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it keeps this great content coming your way. Game King 50p saying I'm a Guna, but it's mad how in less than 2 months of Ange being here, Spurs look like they know what they're doing, and United with Erik ten Hag for over a year look lost. This shouldn't be happening again. I agree with the super chat. Spurs, they have something to tweak, but Erik ten Hag, second year, he's still experimenting stuff, in my opinion. He doesn't know his starting 11. Tiki NBA, talk about Szoboszlai, Mada cooked United. Well, yeah.
What kind of... We're gonna talk about the team that struggled to Bournemouth today. Allow it, man. Anyways, carry on.
I can't.
To be honest, Liverpool didn't look great, but okay. Joyce is saying Spurs. What you lot drinking? Where did this come from? It come from Ange. Shocked to the bone, but Newcastle though could smack the jet lag people. The wasteland in Man United is massive. This must be fixed very soon. Gutted. Yeah, to be honest. I don't know. I'm going to talk about this, but thank you for the super chat. I think Man United look the worst team out of the top 6 or 7,
Top 7.
in my opinion. In my
They're the
opinion.
dustiest.
Why are we shifting gears for top 6? Like you man are included like that. Allow it, bruv. It's top
Bruv,
6.
there's a top 7,
Wait,
and
since when
Yeah, no,
was
such
we
thing as a
not
top
included?
or if
When
it's
was we
top
not
6, you got beat today.
We don't do that. Yeah,
Wait,
that's
since
we
when
got
was
beat
we not
last
included?
year too by some top 7, 9 teams and all this shit. Don't put yourselves in there. Look, just because you lot wait.
You're
Just
the
'cause
you're
you
the
lot-
team. You're the same team.
Tottenham's a big game,
Wait,
man.
wait. Cass,
Let's get
you're the
something
same team that never got one win against any of the
let's get
top
one thing-
9
let's get
teams in
one
the
thing
Premier
straight.
League.
Let's get
You
one thing
can't
straight.
talk. You
Just
can't
'cause you lot
talk.
get a
Away
little
from
bit of
home,
airtime
0.
today, you're gonna
Away
be
from
irrelevant.
home, 1 point
Don't worry
against
about
the
it.
top 9. 1 point.
But what?
Come on,
Aye.
your team cannot talk. You
All right,
can't
yeah,
talk
for
about top six,
for now,
top
yeah,
seven.
But
No
I'm just
results.
saying, your team's getting a little bit of airtime today, but tomorrow you'll be irrelevant. So, read it and weep it. Do what you
We are all looking forward to watching this Manchester United team in the Champions League because it is going to be one of the worst outings for an English club.
Let me
Yeah,
finish this
wonder.
and then we come back to this. TKMB Spurs style supreme over yours. Need a better striker. They didn't have a striker today. Or you're talking about Spurs? Spurs were playing with 10 men today, to be honest. Like literally 10 men. 10 men. And Man United, to be honest, like Man United, the setup on the pitch looked like they were playing with 9.
Tottenham played with 8 men today. We didn't have a front 3. I don't give a damn what anyone says. Cooley weren't on it. Son weren't on it.
Kulusevski was the reason why you said that.
True, but I want to finish.
But he didn't play well. But he didn't
What
play
does
well.
Anthony do as useful as a fishnet content?
Can I say something?
I've been on Anthony. I need to finish another one.
Okay.
Thank you, Pacman, for the super chat. We'll talk about Anthony as well. And then RTX 3060 is saying Kovacic and Foden making rounds and rounds again against Inter Newcastle team. Gvardiol is a wall. 4th Premier League in a row. History awaiting. Well, you won against Newcastle, so 6 points from 6 points. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, it's not looking great. But Guardiola worked with what I have, to be honest. And Guardiola works with what I have, which is a sign of a genius, to be honest. Like he didn't have creativity, and he created creativity today. Haaland should have had a hat trick. If he should have done Foden better by scoring some goals, to be honest. Foden was immense today. I'm going to go back to Man United. I'm not speaking. You guys just talk, but don't talk over each other. We can hear you.
Can I just say one thing? I've been listening to you guys.
Go ahead.
Kaz, you said that you trust Erik Ten Hag's talent ID. Okay, you said you trust it. Yeah.
I never said that. I said it's questionable.
It's questionable. Okay. Erik Ten Hag spent £240 million on a right winger that can't get past his fullback. He bought a CDM, Casemiro, £70 million, an aging CDM that looks like he's been smoking shisha the past summer holidays. The guy he's losing stamina, bro. The guy looks knackered after 60 minutes. Okay. You bought a player in Mason Mount after he got hooked off, bro. The guy looks like he just sat there and I thought, what am I doing at this club? He said, why did I leave Chelsea, a Champions League club, and go into Man United? That's £240 million on 3 players, and certain Man United fans trust Erik Ten Hag. If I had to spend £240 million on 3 players, he'll be getting cooked. Ten Hag needs to start getting cooked, bro. You bought a striker for £72 million that's injury prone, okay? And then then after he becomes fully fit, you're gonna chuck him in as a number 9 and play him week in week out. You're gonna trust a 20-year-old. I don't know how old he is, a 20-year-old to play as a number 9 for you at Man United, bro. The guy won't handle the pressure. He's gonna collapse from that pressure, and then he's gonna be like Sancho, disappearing for 3 months. Okay, so this is what Man United do, bro. They buy kids. They put all this. That's what happened to Martial. You bought Martial, and then you had a release clause on him that's gonna win the Ballon in the next 6 years.
And so we didn't pay the full 50 million, then did we?
No, but like all this pressure on these youngsters, they don't need that kind of pressure. You need to sign a number 9, and you're not gonna sign one. You lost Harry Kane. Harry Kane was your answer. You lost him.
You're right.
I don't think Harry Kane can play that.
Bro, they're not gonna sign a striker. Who's out there that's gonna improve Man United as a number 9? No one's out there.
See, the thing is, well, there you go. Then you just answered your own question, Daud. Be happy. You're right. There's a lot of soft riding.
You lost Kolomwani to PSG. He's going to PSG.
Yeah, but Kolomwani's a different profile that we don't need.
You need something, bro. On as a number 9,
I know we need something, but we don't know. You're judging a guy that hasn't even.
Sorry,
I feel like I'll give them some credit.
Can I? Sorry, guys. I need to ask a question, Kas. In your opinion, short and sweet, what do you need to make the starting 11 competent?
Just one thing, and it's just one guy.
Okay, how
One
about the
guy.
right
Don't
side?
say
How
Osimhen.
about-
Don't say
Hold
Osimhen.
on, hold on. No. He actually
he's gonna
said
say Amrabat.
no.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
it.
I know
It's
it.
just like
Okay.
last year. We needed
What
one
about the
player.
right side? The
No,
right
no,
side.
the thing is, Sancho came on again, and Pelestri, and I saw more from Pelestri and Sancho again in a small, minuscule, bit than what I saw with Anthony in it. But I can't lie, Anthony didn't play in the first half. He played all right. To be fair, like he was actually creating, like he was switching to Garnacho. Bro, if anything, Garnacho was worse than Anthony today. Like, bro, why didn't you do your burst of speed thing that you get going, man? Like meet, but all that kind of stuff. You didn't do it, So if we don't want to be, if we want to be objective, Sancho was the worst one, right? Garnacho was the worst one for me. I need to see Rashford on the left. That's where he gets most of his goals. I need to see Sancho on the right. I need to see Højlund what he can do up front, because we need just a striker that can just move and
The
everything.
clear problem is that.
Can I ask the Spurs guys? You guys are saying
No, you can't, because I'm not finished. So,
Oh,
anyways,
I thought you're
you
finished.
asked me. The question is, how many guys do you need? I said one guy. So the
You
one
don't do
guy
a striker.
last year, no, bro. What strikers out there to get, bro? Anyways, I was gonna say along these lines, innit? I'm happy for Marcel to be a backup for the time being. It is what it is, and he can still provide a little something when we need it. Yeah, he's not dead and buried. He's not no Richarlison. Let's put something like that, right? And also Højlund. I'm pretty sure Højlund will make a massive difference to what we're seeing with Rashford, who don't even want to run in behind. When I say one player, it's like last year. One player made that whole difference when Casemiro come in. What happens when you got a guy that's press resistant that can shift his body and keep up with the movement? It makes a whole difference, doesn't it? Because all you don't want to do is target Mason Mount, which is fair enough because he ain't the profile that's needed. But you talk about the right profile and what is needed, and it's that midfield. And Bruno Fernandes, don't get me wrong, yeah, he kind of stunk up in the second half, but first half, probably he was moving to you, man. Let's get one thing straight. He was creating a lot. He just couldn't finish his dinner. The first half, he was moving. He was pressing the shit
How
out
was
of
he
you.
moving then? If he
Wait.
didn't finish
Spurs, wait. George and Deji, I have a question for you. Go ahead. Finish, Kas. You done?
No, because I saw you can't, just because we lost, you can't deny what you saw in the first half.
this
I'm
is
not
why
saying
asking you.
that's what I'm saying. You can't say, because in the first half, Maddison was fucking shit. Like, he was no good.
Don't do that.
No, Maddison in the first half didn't even sniff the ball, bro. It was going down your wings a lot.
For the first 20 minutes. For the first
Madison made you lot.
Bro, it was
Let me
second
tell
half,
you,
Madison came alive. It's only Basuma that was your consistent one. Until Papa Sarr scored that goal is when your team started building confidence.
As I said, we didn't at the start of the game, even though we had a lot of possession. You're right, Maddison couldn't find his feet into the game. He was a bit high up the pitch. He was trying to receive the ball, but no one could get to him. But after 25, 30 minutes, in which that was halfway through the first half, we grew into the game and we took over.
I never said you didn't. I said the first half.
And Maddison was a part of that.
I know, Jordz. I'm talking about not really, because it was
25 minutes in. Madison started finding feet, and that's when I remember the game changer when he picked up the ball. When he picked up the ball halfway through our half, he picked up the ball on a half turn, got it, turned 3 players, ran up the pitch, played the ball out the sun, and we got you guys on the counter. We didn't score, but we created a chance, and that was the first sign of Maddison opening up into the game. And then from them, he had it. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, no.
Casemiro. Let's call it. Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, Casemiro had one of his worst games.
No, he didn't. He had a horrible game. He was fine. He had a horrible game. He was getting spun time in, time out. He's fine. He's not ready.
Every player was getting past him in the second half. Every single player.
The second half, yeah. Don't go on stop overrating these guys that were never there, bro. Basuma was holding your shit together in the first half. It was who brought you forward in your game in the first. This is what I mean. Do you man actually watch games? Because it was your fullbacks that got you further forward in the pitch. Pedro Porro and I heard his name. It is actually you, Doggy. That's his name. You Doggy, bro. That's what the commentator called him. Not you Deji, you Deji, you Doji. It's not that, bro. It's called you Doggy, fam. It's your fullbacks that happened. They came alive, not your midfield. Look, Maddison balled out, bruv, and had one of his better games.
We play with inverted fullbacks.
Basuma.
Our fullbacks are part of our midfield.
You're going to analyze the game. Don't analyze the result and pretend that you watched the game. Actually analyze it for what we're doing and breaking it down, because you, man, are not self-aware.
And if you know that, wait, we play with inverted fullbacks that come into our midfield and occupy the midfield space. So yes, and when they drop in, they're playing with Maddison in a midfield 3. So yes, Maddison was a part of that building and them lot thriving in the game. I don't know what doesn't make that work. Like, Madison played
But
better
analyse
than
the game
Bruno did
properly,
the whole
mate.
game.
Madison
Madison
was
played the game better than Bruno.
I'm not
Bruno
making
was-
this shit why we lost
the only
by
chance,
Can
the only
I,
chance that Bruno had in the first half was that header, which he was never going to score.
No, he didn't.
Listen,
Like, bro,
my man,
like the one that
guys.
he fed it through my man a couple times, bro. Like,
He
this
fed
is what
through
I mean.
Rashford, and what Rashford
No, he
misses.
wasn't. Look how many times
Rashford
he
misses in front of
Look how
goal.
many
Oh,
times he
that's
switched
something
it.
new.
Look how many
Stop,
times he
tell
switched
me,
it.
tell me
Look
something
how
I
many
don't know.
times he switched
Rashford
to
missing in front
Garnacho.
of goal. It
Look
happens
how many
every
times he
other
switched
day.
to Garnacho and
Every other
Garnacho
day,
did
he's
nothing with it.
50-50 in front
This
of
is
goal.
what I mean, bro. If you're gonna come on and analyze a game, actually analyze it properly. If you want to break it
It's
down,
all right,
fam.
Cass, man.
Yeah,
I hear you. I hear you.
But
People can come on here and say,
Cass, but what's he
Cass,
saying
that's
that's
wrong,
wrong?
innit?
What is he
No.
saying that's wrong?
I'm
Cass
just
is
saying.
rattled. Cass is
I am,
rattled.
of
I
course
hear it.
I'm
Second
rattled.
game of the
That's
season.
wrong.
He hasn't got a win.
Can I
He's
just
just
speak,
lost against
Jordz?
Spurs.
Yeah,
His
shit. What else
season's
do you want
already
me to say?
falling apart before it
What else do you
started.
want me to come on here, Jordz? Oh, we're shit and then stop talking. Yeah, we're shit. What do you want me to
I
do? What
just
Chloe
want to
said?
say,
Yeah,
I
we're
just
shit.
want to
What
say
else
this.
you want to
To
say?
me,
We got a guy running around that doesn't know what he's doing. We're shit. And you lot won't have no content. So what
all
do
I
you
want to
want?
say is
Guys,
we
closely,
didn't
like, we should
see
get zoom
a
in on
different
Cass.
Man
Good,
United.
good. Deji's is about
Yeah.
to go, so let Deji go.
All I want to say is we didn't see a different Man United from the one that played Wolves. But what I want to say is that we're giving too much focus to Manchester United and what they weren't doing and how their players. How about the fact, let's put some respect on Tottenham Hotspur's name. For the last we've gone 4 years where we've hardly touched the ball, doing this kind of low block, dusty football. And the last 2 games against respectable sides, Brentford and Manchester United, we have patterned them for possession. So let's just give some respect for Big Onge, because literally he's only been in the job about 7 weeks. 7 weeks, and we're able to have more ball possession. You can see that Richarlison ain't Kane. You know what I mean? We can see that the front three, because you know when Kas is talking about Madison, Madison's the type of player that he wants to feed the front. But you can see that our front three is not clicking yet. It's still disjointed. So Madison's having to drop deep and even play a defensive. But there was one time Madison in the first half had to come back and pick up the ball because it was so bad. But then in the second half, when Basuma started really sourcing, let's put some respect on Basuma's name real quick, because everybody was saying Conte, Basuma's rubbish. And I kept saying at the time, under the Conte system, Basuma will be rubbish. He needs a manager that can believe in him and let him play. My man, you wish you had a Basuma in your midfield. And big up, sir. Big up that youth right there. Because that youth right there did a fantastic job. For me,
didn't do much but score a goal. Let's be honest.
No, Papi Sarr was running.
No,
He did more than Mason Mount.
No, Deji, don't hype Sarr up that much, bro. The guy's got around the pitch.
Daud, please.
Don't hype him up that much, bro.
Because you're going to come here on Monday shaking your bum violently for Kai Havertz, who we all know is dusty. Let me put some respect on Sarr's name. Do you get what I'm saying?
You know what you're doing, Deji? Yeah, I love it. Today, you know what, Deji? You know what you do? You know what happens? This usually happens. You're doing this thing. You're gonna have a rude awakening soon, and you know what? Enjoy it. Enjoy it, and enjoy it with your big orange dude.
Why are you wishing bad? I'm not wishing bad on you, bro.
Guess what? I don't care about Tottenham, and I couldn't give a shit about you. So wishing something new bad on you is nothing new.
Keep playing the Three Musketeers.
Deji, all I'm gonna say, yeah, we were shit, but you lot weren't great. So when bigger teams come, and when I say bigger teams, I mean the Brentford's even coming away to you, and your Fulhams and that, you're gonna have a rude awakening, yeah. When your merry-go-round of your team, because your team does it, your club loves to do this, yeah. You get gassed. You think you're going to do something. You got this man down here screaming R9 and everything. You got you screaming that you're going to get the Champions League.
R9 for a very long time.
Hold on. You do this. You have about 6-7 games of doing well, and then all of a sudden there's a shit fold. It's called a collapse, bruv. And you know it very well.
Not saying that Mason
hold on. I love it, yeah. We were shit, and I'm not going to deny that we were shit, but you lot weren't great. So when you lot get your rude awakening, this is what I say, yeah. Choose your words carefully,
I will just say this though,
because I will bring them back up and I will make you silent for the whole show, like the last time when I clipped you up.
I'll just say this because I have to go now. Mo said something at the beginning of the show. He said, out of the top 7, Man United looked the weakest. And when I hear what Kas is saying, man has to eat humble pie. But when I look at your team, one player ain't gonna bring you man round. One player, your defense is dusty. You got Luke Shaw at left back. You lot sold Elanga. You're playing Casemiro, Mount, and Fernandes. You ain't got a striker. Bro, you need a lot more than one player, my guy. So before you talk about Tottenham, who is on the up, I'm worried for Manchester United.
You know what? When your team loses, yeah, because I'm not saying it's only,
for you, bro.
when your team ends up losing, don't say, oh, it's only been a few. Don't say it's only been a few games. It's not the full story. Even Man City fans, by the way, in here trying to take the piss out of me. Remember last game or whatever. You said no, it's only been one game. Watch, but don't get gassed over your Newcastle result either, then, because it's only a couple games, right? Anyways, all I'm gonna say, yeah, is I've seen this story before, and I know how it goes, and I know more than likely how it's gonna end. Yes, I might be far away from predictions or something, but I won't be too far. And it still might hit, because guess what? As you man like to say, business then. As you man like to say, there's 38 games in a season. I ain't doing that because I'm giving you guys good content. You want to see a reaction, you get a reaction. This is my true feelings.
It's all right,
So,
Kas.
there you go.
At the end of the day,
Jordz, Deji has to go, so we got Deji.
I love, thank you.
Anyways,
yeah, Kas. So, as I was saying, you got some problems in that team, yeah. And as you're saying, you got one player that will come in there and fix that. How are you going to fix the issues that still lie? You've got Mason Mount, who's going to have to be into. Wait. You might be tired of hearing it.
You've asked this question like in like two different forms. Mo asked it, now you're asking it. Now you're doing another form of it.
I'm saying, what midfield trio are you going to play? So you're saying that you're going to bring in Amrabat. I want to know what the trio is going to be.
My one would be.
I feel like you didn't spend 55 million on Mount.
Clearly, we can't play the way we want to play. But clearly, in the first half, I could see if you add something there that's stable, it provides a lot more. Yeah, I'm putting Casemiro Amrabat if we do get him, because I can't say he's not our what's it called, innit? He's not our player yet, but it's more than likely going to come in since, you know, 10 hours.
Who's in front of him? Bruno.
Yeah, and then in Bruno, bro, you gotta be real with it. We ain't seen Højlund play, but you can't say he's gonna be any less rushed.
I'm not sitting here and saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you men are going on like we haven't even bought a striker.
I never.
Bro, you're the one. You're the same brothers that are going trying to get a gift.
I haven't said no bad words on Højlund. I haven't said no bad words on Højlund.
I don't like Mount, and I want him on the bench.
I think Højlund's gonna come in and do all right.
I think he is as well, and this is why I'm not worried. And when I've got a little talent is super talented when he comes back as well, this is why I'm not worried so much. Yes, I'm gonna get stressed, but I know what's to come, and you man know what's to come as well. Because you know what's funny as well, when we still talk about these young ballers that got no goals and everything, when they end up bagging 15, you look like a dickhead anyways.
Wait,
because
so he's gonna bag 15.
The problem is,
I just want to double check. So he's gonna bag 15.
It's a big if, and I'm gonna rely on that if.
So it's gonna happen, or
yeah, no, that's what I said. I'm not too worried. Come on, man, you're going on like
15 in our competition or 15 in the Premier League. Our competition are in the Premier League.
No, I reckon you can definitely get 13 to 15 goals in the Prem. It shouldn't be hard because Man United do create. You just got to put it in the back of the net.
And you got to move. Just confirm, how many did he get in the league last season?
Well, to be fair,
9 goals.
He played 1,800 minutes and got 9 goals and like 2 assists. And he played another league, by the way, where he got like 15 goals.
Oh, what
but the
league
problem
was
is, the problem is,
the other league?
I don't know. Wait.
That?
You talk about the thing is, George. Yeah, your goal came from 2 of your midfielders. Where's your?
I'm not saying it wrong. I'm just trying to.
It's the same thing. You're relying on this gift Orban that you might get, or this other brother that I never heard in the Bundes. No, sorry, in the Danish league.
So as you said, the way that we play, we're relying on the way that we play.
That's the way it goes. This is the way Premier League goes.
We're relying on our tactical self score goals. I don't feel like we're gonna need.
The thing is, everyone does the ifs though. Yeah, when they get someone from Europe, not Premier League proven and all this kind of crap. Well, we won't see until we know, innit? And if your players
100%,
if you believe in what he's got in the locker, he's gonna do well, man. Look at Julian Alvarez. Most of the time, I said he's gonna before he came, I said he's gonna come in and do well. Look what he done today. This is what I'm saying.
The problem might be is that if how long is he be out for? Is he out for the next 3-4 weeks?
No, he's probably back next week on the bench, but he's back fully fit against your team.
Okay, but by then, just say you lose against us. You lose against us. If you lose against, because I know we're gonna absolutely pepper you guys. I dare Erik ten Hag, that ball fraud. I dare him play that midfield free against us. If he plays that midfield free against us, you're getting absolutely smoked.
What are you saying though? You're small blood already.
Oh my, bro! I've been watching United, bro. I watched him against Wolves. I watched him today. I swear to God, Erik ten Hag, if he's got any balls, play that midfield free against us. they're getting absolutely peppered.
I
will
don't
get
feel like he'll
peppered.
play that. I
We'll get touched.
personally feel like
We'll
he
get
won't.
touched,
He
yeah.
will not play that midfield three again this season. After
We'll
this
get
game.
touched. Don't get me wrong about Arsenal's midfield if we play that, but don't go on like you wasn't getting under the cosh by Nottingham Forest at your ground as well.
Facts.
Wait.
We've got one second.
Wait, 1 sec. I don't give a fuck who you've got in your team. You played your full strength team and you struggled against Forest after
Morgan
65
Gibbs
minutes.
White had you stepping.
We struggled.
Don't do that. You struggled against a Nottingham Forest team again after 65 minutes. A bit like how we struggled against a Tottenham after about 50 minutes, 35 minutes in little spells and we got dominated. Yeah, we got touched, but don't go on like you didn't get touched as well, bro, by a weaker team. Because you can't sit there and tell me,
Oh my God.
Because we like to do this thing, yeah, where you looked into 2 games and you're worried. If you're telling me you're Arsenal in that first game, we all expected you to roll them over 3-4-0, but you didn't.
We could have easily scored. I'm not gonna dissect too much in that game, but we could have easily scored 4.
No, but you said that. But we could have easily scored 3 goals today as well. But you didn't. We didn't, and you
The
didn't.
problem is, Kaz, with your team.
You're gonna
You
say
did the
that you
same
need
thing
another
last
striker
season.
or
You did the
something.
same thing last season where it was like, let us settle into the team. Let us settle in. We'll start in our rhythm. 5-6 game in. But by then, if you're not fully in that rhythm in 5-6 games, you're 6 games behind us. You're 6 games behind Man City. So that if you have a slow start first 6 games, you're completely out of the title challenge. You're completely out of winning the title the first 6 games.
Title what?
I'll be in the title challenge. If you have a slow start after the first 6 games, you got a lot of catching up to do.
Catching up with that, with what?
This guy has not learned nothing.
You know, it is. Arsenal fans have deluded themselves to think that the title was won in December. They really have. They really and
No.
truly think they win
The
league
problem is
halfway through the season.
with Man
Now,
United.
if you're top in January, oh yes, we're #1 contenders. We're gonna win the league, and then you fall off just like you always have done.
The
Every
problem
single
is
year,
no.
Arsenal fans are used to
Yo,
it.
the problem is
Bro.
at least we're gonna be in the discussion for a title challenge. That's the thing.
Oh, no,
United,
because
if they have a slow start, if
guaranteed
they're
them
relying on,
something.
but come on, bro, if you're relying on Rasmus Højlund, a guy that scored 9 goals to be your number 9, to be in the title challenge, you're no way gonna be anywhere near us or Man City.
Let me tell you.
There's no way you're gonna be near us.
You're putting words in people's mouth. Nobody said Man United are challenging for the title. Like nobody.
No,
ever
but I'm
made
saying
it.
the
I don't
problem
even
is with
think that's
United is
anything in a Man
if
United.
they're
Why are
having
we discussing this possibility? Like,
No, but I'm completely scraping them out of the title. I'm scraping out Newcastle. I watched
Okay.
Newcastle today. Newcastle away from home are not the same as St. James's Park. They're completely 2 different teams. They're 2 different teams, away and at home and away from home.
Because
That's
of
Newcastle
today.
out of it. Huh?
because of today.
Because the performance against today, against a team that had no Bernardo Silva, no Kevin De Bruyne, no
Against
John
the best
Stones.
team in the league.
No, but did you see Man City's bench, bro?
Daud, let me
Man
ask you-
City,
doesn't
Man
matter.
City didn't make a single substitution against.
I need to make the super chat before we go into something
Go
else
on,
because
go
there's
on.
plenty of them. Soups is saying we need the Rashford that was looking for a contract. Yeah, tell your manager to stop playing him up top. That's what you need. To be honest, Tom is saying Eric said all positions were covered. Who's in denial, Kas? You or him?
That's how I know you didn't watch it because he said that Brandon Williams and Donny van der Beek are actively seeking out
Yes.
as well. So, of course, it's already been stated that no player can arrive until someone at the squad, goes. That's how it works, Tom. Like, I don't know if you watch football or listen to anything. Even have you even played Football Manager? They will tell you that themselves.
Daps is vaping
You
saying
went to
Kas
it.
got baited
That's
into
wow.
a mid-off with Spurs
Oh, no.
and lost.
Yeah, I know, man. This is a proper mid-off, But
That's
I've been rating Tottenham's thing this summer, anyways. And
my man, the Arsenal fan here, Mr. Big, is saying could be wrong. Can't remember who exactly, but did a United fan on here the other day say you have spent wisely since Eric Ten Hag. Appreciate the content though. I don't know. He just admitted that Anthony and Mount was just a waste of money. So I don't know what. But yeah, I think it's
disagree.
some disagree though. Some still. I think some United
we had
fans
this conversation
are still
on-
stubborn about the spending. They still defend their manager about it. And I think, in my opinion, it's now that Anthony and Mason Mount they need to prove people wrong, not the other way around. They need to prove people wrong. It's, in my opinion, Anthony has had a year now. I need some output. That's the same as Jack. I'm gonna have the same energy as Jack Grealish. He was okay today. Average footballer today. Good,
I'll allow
not
Anthony,
great.
I'll allow Anthony to have a little bit. I'll give him more leeway when he gets to play with actual striker that's
Number
actual
9.
label.
I feel like out of all the signings, he should get the least leeway because he played with Ten Hag. He knew what his style
that's the one.
demanded
The
and what
thing
it
is,
required.
Yes, 100%.
He has the jump start of every other signing.
Yeah.
Ten Hag can't play his style that he wants because he don't have the tools. So whatever you had the guy on the Ajax, he's not going to be the same of playing a counter effective football.
But he's signed enough players to be able to make
Then he wants super chats.
put enough players in
Yes,
to make his
yes,
goals. He's
yes.
had 9 signings.
One
that's
more
the cool
super
thing.
chat. This is Niak, one of the super chatters. Thank you so much for the support. As always, he's saying 10 haram ball allowed United to get into who's the tallest midget debate with Spursy fans and lost. Look on the bright side, 55 got you 11 passes, 84 minutes. That's
That's
Mason
nuts.
Mount.
11 passes.
Did he have 11 passes?
11
I didn't
passes
actually
in the whole
check
game.
the stat. Did he have
Most
11
of them-
passes?
And
Most of them in the first
26 touches, I believe. 26
Oh,
touches.
Boy, tell me, and then everyone in the chat, please tell me, what is the difference between Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher? Please tell me what the difference between the two is.
What have I called? What did I call Conor Gallagher? By the way, does anyone remember? I called him Mason Mount with ADHD.
So I smashed it.
So that's how I called him.
Yeah, people, let me know. In the chat, let me know. What is the difference between Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher? They do exactly the same. They just get around the pitch. They look busy.
Oh, he had 14
that's it.
passes. Come on, just give him a break. He had 14 passes.
The thing is, the first half he was actually very good, and then it just dwindled, in my opinion. That it just very much dwindled. But yeah, man. Second game in, it's not looking good, but you know, it will get better.
Oh,
And I
but
know it'll
Kas,
get
how
better.
can you say that, man? In your
problem
second
is-
season,
I got dipped down by Brentford 4-0, brother. Pause. Yeah, away from home. I lost to Brighton at my first home game 2-1. Yeah, and it wasn't looking pretty. What was the difference between Wolves game?
but this is you're not facing against Man City. You're not facing.
Yeah,
but this is a Spurs team in transition. They're not like
the same Brentford that's finished around the same Spurs last season. Come on, man. Like this season, Spurs is clearly better. And I know they beat us fair and square. I can't really sit here and say, look, we had all the chances to bury them. We didn't, and they won it. They took their chances, and that's that. That's great and all. But I'm not going to sit here and think I'm going to go and lose to Nottingham Forest next week or even draw. Then we got Arsenal, and then we got a couple other teams. Bro, it was only last year when we was, 7-8 games in, and we had 3 losses under our belt already. You know, Man City, Brentford, Brighton, and the rest of them wins. And then we went to Newcastle and got a draw. Like, no, they came to us and got a draw that they didn't even deserve anyways. But regardless, guess where we finished in the end? Where did we finish?
Well, yeah, but that's different.
I feel like no, but the thing is,
It's not different
Yeah,
though.
last-
It's different
I feel like
because
last season-
I don't want because Chelsea have improved
Yeah.
massively. Chelsea
You're
have improved
allowed-
massively. Yeah,
Have they?
Chelsea improved massively. I
Have
think
they?
so. With Casado, with Enzo and Lavia.
But again, you're doing up potential ifs, and you were talking about the potential if on Hoyland, but you're talking about.
Well, if we're
that-
being real,
Oh, come on, man.
Cas,
Rasmus
if we're being
Højlund is a
realistic-
kid.
Because you can't do that because we all
No,
thought
but
Jack
Cas,
Grealish was cooking his
Cas,
first season.
we hear what you're saying,
Never.
but if we're being
The thing is,
realistic, this
we're
season
not
the
being
teams are
realistic.
stronger.
No, brother.
The
You
top
can't
7
do
is
that.
stronger.
You
We
can't
can all
do
sit
that.
here and recognize that.
If you're gonna apply context, brother, at least when you provide other statements, keep it the same because you're not.
We can, and we can all
do
sit
that.
there and recognize that
You
this
can't do it. You
season
don't
the
know
top
it yet.
7
You
team
don't know
and
it
the
yet.
Premier
You
League
don't
is a
know
lot
it yet.
stronger.
I
The
do
top
if
7 team in the
I
Premier
do
League is
ifs.
a lot stronger,
I do
so it's
ifs.
going to be a lot harder.
Okay,
And
I provide ifs, so I give ifs to everybody else. Jordz. He says one thing about Hoyland and that, but he does ifs for next team and other players and ifs.
No, Casado is Premier League proven.
Come on,
Casado
man.
is Premier League proven. Okay.
Come on, man. You don't know this though.
No, but I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at objectively. Okay, I'm looking at this United team. I'm worried about Casemiro. There's another year. The guy looks like he's lost a yard of pace. Okay, and that's a worrying sign about Casemiro. And now you're going to a long. He looks already tired after 2 games. And then now you got Champions League football and Premier League. It's a long season, bro. And you think that guy's gonna play Wednesday, Saturday? And if you don't sign Amrabat, that is a massive factor of you're not gonna finish in the top four.
Okay, now you've gone to now it's a long season. And you said that after 2 games, United look like they're going to finish and then you said and the if. Which one do you want to do, Daud? Because when you say another point,
Casemiro. Okay, this is my point. Casemiro, he's 31 years of age now. He looks absolutely knackered.
30, but go on.
I don't know. I'll say he's 31.
I think he's 30. I don't care what he is.
So, but he looks absolutely knackered. This is not the same Casemiro as last season for me personally. After 2 games,
What do we know about Casemiro, by the way? He takes a while to get going. So why can't you wait for that?
No, but he
a while to get going. That's just the way.
Kaz, explain why your team looks like lethargic after 2 games. Man City played today, made no substitutions, and they look like they're on job.
I think,
okay,
I think,
and your team looks knackered. I don't know why.
I think it's clear to see that Casemiro is always going to be important in this team throughout the season because you have a lot of games to play. But I feel like you can't rely on him. We all know this. You can't rely on him throughout the season. He's going to be leggy. He's not going to be good for every game. I feel like he's going to show up in some games for you when you need him. In the Champions League, he might be a big performance. But in these Premier League games, he's not going to be here every week in, week out. And you haven't got a DM to replace him.
Bro, McTominay doesn't want to leave. Yo, the funny thing is,
wait, you got Mason Mount in the six again. Why are we signing guys like Mason Mount to play in the six?
I'm so glad you've done this, Jordz, because this is why I say Amrabat, who can play a hybrid.
Bro, how are you gonna get Amrabat? How are you gonna get Amrabat if McTominay doesn't want to leave and Maguire doesn't want to leave?
Because Van de Beek's about to leave.
No, but wait. The problem isn't just that though. The problem is that okay, let's say Casemiro is there, not there. You put Amrabat in, and who's Amrabat going to play with? Mason Mount and Bruno. Mason Mount and Bruno don't work together.
You just answered your own question. You just asked me.
I'm talking about when Casemiro's not there because Casemiro's not going to be reliant.
You just answered your own question. You said so when Casemiro's not there, it's going to be because the guy seems to like this youngster very much so. And I'm not going to say he's going to bang, but
Kobe Mainoo.
Yeah, he will bang because he did bang.
He looks good. He looks good.
Trust me, because you laugh now, but you looked at Caicedo or Lavia, and then next minute they're worth 100 million, and you're paying premium fees. That's just the way it works now, isn't it? Because that's
you know who we've got.
Anyways, he's got to play Amrabat there then, and then he'll play Kobe Mainoo. Then it will have to be out Bruno and Mason Mount. If not, one of them goes to the wing.
Just spend 55 million on Mason Mount.
Maybe your team don't do it, but a lot of other teams like Arsenal, Havertz will be on the bench. Calvin Phillips, 45 minutes on the bench. Bro, it happens.
Let's be real. Mason Mount came to Manchester United at the start. He gave him the number 7 because they thought that he was going to be
that number 7 shirt is cursed.
Star for Manchester
United. It's cursed.
That's what I'm trying to say. But 55 million for a bench player that's going to come in and out. I don't care, bro. What's 55 million in this day and age? I've seen.
I'm not even. It's not even the price.
It's the fees this month. Yeah, or this window. What the hell is 55 million? It's the new 35 million. If we're being honest.
Yeah. That's that. I know you. Yeah, I know you're right about that. But the problem is, he's not signing.
Huh?
You always talk about Richarlison being 60, though.
But bro, if he's on the bench, then he was last year's price. It's not today's price, my brother. And the thing is, your marquee signings are worth around 60 odd million or 50 million. My marquee signings are worth around 80 odd million. There's a difference in difference.
Rasmus Holland, marquee signing.
Yeah, bro. Of course, he's worth 72 million. Your club's never going to fork out your 72 millions.
Madison's a marquee signing. That's who we got. And he's better than any midfielder you got.
Why are you getting hurt? I'm just saying. Your marquee signings are worth. You got a little budget.
He's better than any midfielder you got, so it's fine.
I probably agree at this part, but I don't care at this moment of time, yeah. Because guess what?
Two midfielders better than all you got.
Okay, Jordz. I'm just stating a fact. Your 50 million is light work to what us. Your 50 million is fucking amazing to. I can't believe you spent this money, Levy. To us, 50 million is light. Guess what? We'll jog on and go get another one next year. That's the difference. And I'm not saying this.
Let's see who you guys are going to panic by this season. Every year you start off the season bad, and what you go do? You go panic by someone. We're going to see.
And then guess what? We've gone and won a trophy.
And it doesn't work out. And it doesn't work out.
We won.
Do you know who your number one signing should be, Kas? Your number one signing. Your number one signing should be sack Eric Ten Hag and get De Zerbi in. Get De Zerbi in right now. Get De Zerbi from Brighton. Get him in right now. Spend 20 million. Okay, get him out of Brighton and sack Eric Ten Hag. What's De Zerbi done in football in general? He's got a playing style with Brighton after 6 months. Okay, Eric Ten Hag has had 12 months, bro, and he's still playing yo-yo football. Wait, man. You just compared the job from Man United to Brighton levels, yeah? There's a different job in the hand. You got a squad and you have to make do with the squad. Yes, he's got an elite recruitment helping him, but we said the same thing about Graham Potter, then went to Chelsea, got sacked. He took over, kind of similar style of football. So there's a big risk that if De Zerbi does go to another team, it might be the same case. Don't get me wrong, De Zerbi's looking like the manager, but this ain't Arsenal, bro. We don't hire managers that ain't done nothing in football yet. We done it once and it didn't work. So why am I going to go back to the theory to a manager that's done nothing in football, 1-0, that might also not work? You're not going to realize it now. You're not going to realize it, but in 6 months' time, you'll realize it. Yeah, okay. Guess what? He's doing beautiful football, bro. I saw what's it called? Who used to manage Aston Villa back in the day, getting them 5th and 6th and everything. The Northern Irish Donny. What's his name again? You know exactly what I'm talking about. He used to have Ashley Young, Milner, and everything. He used to play some nice football at Aston Villa. When he had Gareth Barry and that. Why can I not think of his name? Anyways, Martin O'Neill.
Martin O'Neill.
Same situation.
Oh, come
Everton.
on, bro.
David Moyes back then was branded a good manager. Guess what? Yes, in and around 6th, 5th and everything. But guess what? Went high level, different occasions, done nothing. Won a little trophy in there. See, the thing is, that's the difference. Ten Hag has actually...
Any Tom, Dick, and Harry
Wait,
knows
Ten-
that.
wait, so what's
Any
Ten
Tom,
Hag
Dick, and
doing
Harry
now?
knows that Mount, Casemiro, and Bruno does not work.
Wait.
Any Tom, Dick, and Harry knows
because-
that.
wait,
but
so
Everton
because-
Hag, the
because-
ball fraud, he doesn't know it.
Wait, so
Ask them
because
now.
Ten Hag lifted the Holland plate, because he lifted the plate over in Holland. He's
No,
a
because
convert.
because you actually see with the
He
with the
lifted
budget,
the dinner
the
dish. That's all he
budgets that
done. He lifted the
budgets that he
dinner
did
dish.
have,
and
the
he's
budgets that he
all
did
of a
have,
sudden
George, relax,
accomplished.
bro. The budgets that he did have, yeah, what he worked with and what he done in Europe and changed his team over 3 times and still do good in Europe. And
What did
clearly,
he do in Europe? He lost to the Tottenham team that he lost to today. He lost to an even worse
I'm
Tottenham
not saying he
team.
was the best winner in there, but you're never gonna really win with an Ajax team when you
He
have to
lost
come
to a Tottenham team with Sissoko and Harry Winks in midfield.
Anyways, if you let me finish, right? If you let me finish, he's actually done. He's got a good track record in Europe, and he's actually done something. I saw De Zerbi when he was back at Sassuolo, and I liked what I saw. Yeah, with Locatelli and everyone there, throwing a kitchen sink. Don't care about the defense about it. He ain't done nothing in Europe yet. So how can you give someone that hasn't done nothing in Europe or worked with a massive budget before when he's relying on scouting from Brighton and not himself? It's all unproven. So why am I going to give it to De Zerbi all of a sudden because he's playing some football about Brighton? Bro, you can't teach this stuff. Have you not learned anything about Man United's squad after the last 3 managers? Some of these players are severely overrated and can't do nothing. You know, it was.
But the problem is,
Wait, again. You know why I have to target you, yeah? Because when Arteta was 2 years in, most of your fan base wanted him out, brother.
yeah, but Arteta wasn't signing an 85 million pound winger, bro. He wasn't signing an 85 million pound winger. That's the problem.
You know what I find ironic? Well, you know, at this stage, yeah.
Guys, I
at
need to
this
do the
stage-
super chat, please,
Let
guys.
me
There's plenty of them, and we're gonna run out.
If you just let me finish for once, I will just.
They got cutting you out. They're not letting you talk.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe because when you lose, you don't deserve to talk. You don't deserve the chance.
You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it, bro. Yeah, you don't
Guys,
deserve it.
guys, people cannot hear us when we do that. We need to
When
finish
you make a
because I
statement,
need to
when you
respect
make
the
a
people.
statement, yeah, apply it with the same context with the manager that you rate personally, Arteta, right? Because in his 3rd year, when he got his tools, you actually got to see the Arteta football that you like. He's 2 years in.
Yeah.
He's still trying to get rid of the Brandon Williams.
Okay.
Of the club.
Okay, you just I'm gonna reply back after the super chat. I'll reply back.
You want to judge him, but you want to judge it right now. But that's what I'm going to say. If that's the case, then apply the same logic for what you did with your manager 2 seasons because you love to do the thing.
Mo, can I reply back to him?
Exactly then.
Can I just finish these ones? There's like plenty of them, and I want to respect the people that are watching. Thank you guys for watching. Keep hitting the like button if you please. Just keep the content coming. And Tom is saying, I watched the presser. Good luck getting rid of Williams at 60k. Amrabat is probably swimming to Liverpool.
Not in the end game, you ain't. Sorry, mate.
We'll see how it is, Tom, but we'll see how it is. Kieran, thank you for the support. Just an empty super chat. Send me a message and I'll put it on. Thank you so much for that. Aditya Data is saying, I want the drug dude to
do-rag dude.
The
Do-rag.
do-rag. I want the do-rag dude to cook Kas. He is rattled. I don't know what do-rag is. Fun.
I do. Is what Jordz has got in his head.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, do-rag, yeah.
MCFC Solo is saying Foden was class today. Absolutely. He was amazing today. Kovacic, Rodri were really good in the midfield. Best defense in Europe. I really agree with that.
Yeah.
I believe the goals and fluidity will come with time. Defense wins trophies. We move. Yeah, I agree with that. This is a very good statement, Nag. 1-0 win for Man City today. Again, I'm going to call it a big team, Newcastle. It's just 3 points with really, really hindered squad, Man City today. Like, no Bernardo, no Gundogan is not there, no Kevin De Bruyne, no Stone. So, yeah, it's a very, very good win. Daps is saying something was smelling in my living room today. The foulest of stenches. Looked at my TV and saw Mount stinking up in the midfield. Explained everything. That's a good super chat, to be honest. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. It was great. Craig Lee, see Mo absolutely is loving this. Listen, I'm just enjoying the conversation right here. I'm just enjoying the conversation. Look, Mo, stop smiling and help your boy Kas out. His defense argument are worse than OG Simpson's innocent. Please.
And guess what happened? He didn't go to jail, did he? So something happened, right? Something went right.
Yeah. Hey, no, there's no objectivity today. So, anyway, guys, hit the like button. I want to talk a little bit about the City game. I don't know what anybody saw. I saw a City team that is. I really want to talk about Liverpool, but later. But let's talk about the City game a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like City today is. I don't know what you guys saw, but for me, they kind of struggled a little bit to have a rhythm in the game. But he got the win with what he has. It's like someone who worked with the tools he has. Today, Newcastle very nervous. That shows that Newcastle still are not ready to play big games away from home. They aren't.
Is this just not what we expect of City, man?
No, I
feel like
didn't. I actually expected Newcastle to be better.
No, wait. When I mean expect of City, I just mean like no matter how bad City are, they get the job done. Like
Yes.
they missed quite a lot of players. Like you said, I feel like even since the Community Shield, the 3 games they've played this season, including the Community Shield, City have been poor. They haven't created a lot of
Not
chances.
convincing, right? Not convincing.
Yeah, they've just not like been convincing. They don't look like the high goal scoring City team that they was at the back end of last season, like beating everyone. They seem to be a shadow of themselves. Sometimes I feel like City do have like slow starts to the Premier League, and I feel like it might be one of those seasons. Like you, I expected Newcastle to be better. I thought they were going to find some gaps in them, especially because we saw what they done last week. But I think, like Daud said, Newcastle are a completely different team at home than they are away.
Yeah.
Like, when they're at home, like they're just they're up for the game, but when they're away, they just don't know how to get up, especially when it's a big team. It's going to be hard for them. I know they got Liverpool next week, and like I said, you want to talk about Liverpool. Liverpool, they're struggling too, so I think that's going to be a good game between 2 of those teams.
Yeah. But Man City today, like, listen, positives. Kovacic looked really good. Gavardio looked absolutely amazing. Foden looked like the replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva, the finish is good. I thought, to be honest, it's just my opinion. People disagree with me. I thought if this shot is 9 out of times, a goalkeeper should save that. He didn't even move his feet. In my opinion, Nick Pope, this is just my opinion. Haaland should have scored a couple of goals. Pep Guardiola adjusted his tactics, but to be honest, City, Haaland looks a little bit like this game. He missed a couple of touches. Foden put him in through and goal like 2-3 times. He just missed the touches. This is just what I saw in the game. It wasn't the greatest display from City. It was just, you know what, let's work with what we have. Let's get the 3 points and get it done, which is what they did at the end. Newcastle looked nervous in the first half. And just in the second half, they tried to cross. They weren't good enough. Almiron looked atrocious. Anthony Gordon should have got a red card, in my opinion. The second, he definitely should have got a red card. He left a studs there on Diaz. I'm not sure if you guys watched that. He should have gotten a second yellow.
He didn't call out McAllister though, did he? You know, like Basuma.
So McAllister shouldn't have it. I don't think that was a red card.
Like Basuma's challenge, because basically why I got the energy. You know the McAllister red card when he done the studs up on the foot or whatever.
Yeah,
the same thing happened to Bruno Fernandes from Basuma. If you want to go that wasn't a red card. The Alvarez one as well wasn't a red card.
It wasn't Basuma. It was Pedro Porro. It was
Pedro Porro. No, I'm pretty sure it was Basuma.
No. Pedro Porro's side foot when he bled and he had to go out.
It was 2 then. All right, there's 2 challenges then, because I remember Basuma was also on a yellow card from early. No, that might have been Papasar. So I'm getting confused, but not the point. All I'm saying, VAR officials
on yellow. Only
we have.
I think second season now. I agree with Kas.
I'm not blaming you, by the way. I'm just saying the officiating is horrible.
Very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yes,
horrible.
Very inconsistent.
McAllister red card was not a red, bro. That is not a red card. That's
since Howard Webb's come to the Premier League, the VAR thing's gone so much worse.
I'm not sure if you guys saw that. I was watching the Fulham Brentford game.
Yeah,
the softest penalty I've seen, and he gave a second yellow, and that ruined the game. Read out, done, game's over.
Yeah,
it was absolutely a terrible call, to be honest. But back to the City, I'm gonna say it again. Second game, City aren't convincing. They're still not.
But the problem is City have enormously strengthened in their back four. Gvardiol,
yes,
Ake, Stones, Akanji,
and even Kovacic,
Diaz,
by the
Walker.
way, Kovacic.
Yeah, defensively, they look like this is Pep's best defensive squad ever. So if they've got Han in that team, they can play scruffy football. They don't have to have that cohesion. I mean, that chemistry. They can just put Haaland up front and he'll somehow find a way to score. I didn't even score today. But
so do you guys think it's sustainable, the way of the 1-0s?
I feel like
but we call it for all the other teams are not sustainable.
But we can see that they're trying to add to the team. Look at the players they're trying to sign, Paqueta, Doku. Yes. They can see that they need an attacking spark, and they're missing something like a direct player or someone that can break the lines.
They're missing
100%,
Stones.
Yes,
but then-
I agree with
But
Kev.
you have to look at it. They lost Gundogan, they've lost Mahrez, Bernardo Silva was injured, and Kevin De Bruyne were injured. That's
Yeah.
4 main players that was important to the attacking lineup last season. So if you're losing 4 of your main players, it's gonna have an impact on the style of play.
And also Stones was not there. Even Rico Lewis didn't play
Yeah.
today. I thought it
Yeah.
was very strange choice that he doesn't play Rico Lewis because Akanji was trying to invert. Akanji isn't
Yeah.
the greatest on the ball.
I
You know what I
thought-
mean? Rico Lewis is better.
Kendall said that I didn't get to watch the game because my head was gone.
Yeah.
And I went to watch my Korean program in it because I like it. Innit? Shout out the counter in it, the uncanny counter or something like that. Sick. She said that Newcastle showed them way too much respect.
Yes.
Yeah. They didn't press as the Newcastle way of playing. They didn't get out on the pitch. Let me just talk about that front three. Let me talk about Isaac, Gordon, and Almiron. Almiron looks like a shadow of a player that he was last season, where he was scoring goals left, right, and centre. And then there was a moment where they had a 3v1, and then Wilson had that ball, and then just calm down. He had the ball, and then he was driving at, I think it was Gavardio or Diaz.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
And
By the way, that's why I don't like Wilson. For me,
Yeah.
he's the guy in the box.
Yeah. And he had 2 players on his right hand side, and then Wilson ends up going on his left side, and then he ends up going backwards. That summed up Newcastle that whole game. Anthony Gordon, I don't know how people rate him. He's not a £40 million player, okay? He's not a £40 million player. He's for me, he's just a pace merchant. That's what I see him as, a pace merchant. And
Who?
Anthony Gordon.
In my
I
opinion, he
don't rate
wasn't
him
good
at all.
today. He was so scared to try anything on Kyle Walker or anybody else. And like Anthony Gordon, for me, he hasn't showed me the level that people are talking about. He's an average. Like him and Almiron looks
I
exactly the
think he's
same.
a good player.
For me.
I do
Almiron
think
is
He is
man.
just good. The problem is he's just good. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
That's not
at his
like-
best,
Yeah.
he's just good.
I get
Yeah,
what
no,
you
you're
guys are
right.
saying. He is just good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not exceptional, not generational, not a talent you look forward to, not
But that's
someone
what I
you wake
think is
up.
going to hold back Newcastle this season. I personally feel like, especially once the Champions League games come into it, Newcastle don't have a squad. They don't have a team that's going to keep up 2 games a week. And quite frankly, I feel like some of these players that they were relying on last season were just running off good form. I'm not going to trust in players like Joelinton, players like
But-
Almiron to keep them going on through this season. Like, if we're being
But
real, they
wouldn't you
have to
say that
improve
you
on
go to Etihad and have spells where you look like you're gonna score, you look like you're in control? Not a lot of teams can do that. Have you ever seen a team that go to the Etihad and control the ball, keep switching the game, keep
You're-
playing?
I don't know, man. If you're speaking to
No, you play on the counter attack. I get why you're
a guy
talking
that
about.
knows how to beat City. I'm a master at this, my bro.
Yeah,
I do
but
this
you
every
do
single
counter
year, man.
attacks. But Newcastle, at some points of the game, imposed the way they want to play football, which is credit to them. But anyway, this is Man City. We're going to talk about it in depth tomorrow on Rivals. I'm sure when Daps is back, if he's back. But Liverpool, McAllister record. It's Indo's time now, or Curtis Jones. They play Newcastle next week. They look, bro.
Is that Anfield
They
or St. James
look
Park?
bad.
Bro,
in that
I want to
first
tell
half,
you one
man.
thing. That offside should not have been an offside.
Nah, it was definitely offside. The first
He is
one.
offside, but he played the ball. It's a miscontrol. Do you know what I mean? There's a
Did
new
it come off
face.
a Liverpool player. You talking about the
Bro,
one right at the start of the game?
He tried, Mr.
Oh, it
Trent
was Trent,
tried
innit?
to
Yeah,
control the
yeah.
ball, not
Yeah.
under pressure, and he miscontrolled it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a new
yeah.
phase. This was Anfield again. Yes, the guy was offside 100%, ran to the ball, yes, but under no pressure, Trent was trying to control the ball, and it fell to the guy, and he
Trent
scored.
got found out twice in that first 5 minutes. He was really, and
I-
even after
yeah.
that, I feel like that back line was looking leaky. It was very easy to
Yeah.
break through the middle of the Liverpool park, and it was literally one direct long ball that was killing them every time. Bournemouth they played all right, but Liverpool grew into the game, man, and they did.
I
Let's
can't
be
lie
real,
to him, man.
they
After Trent's
wiped
first mistake, I think it's just you man that
Is it
said it was crap, but you man that said it was crap.
He's not crap. He wasn't. I said he started
No,
off bad.
it was crap.
No, after Trent, Trent.
No,
the
he
thing
wasn't
is,
bad. He wasn't
he was
bad going
garbage.
forward. He
He was
actually was very good in
if
passing.
if anyone was garbage, it was McAllister and
Gakpo.
Gakpo was okay, to be fair. I like it because he drove, but he didn't do anything with the final
Yes.
product.
They played him too deep.
That's Szoboszlai.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
It's a
It
boss
was like-
like he pulled out, man. He
Yeah,
pulled out.
Szoboszlai. That he done
Yeah,
that.
I
Very
actually
good game
think
today.
Trent was good.
And Allison's a small class. He's a small
Yeah, yeah.
class.
he almost made a mistake. But anyway, Trent for me, like he's very good going forward. But again, I'm gonna say everything has to work around him because you need to cover him. He's not good as a DM. He's not good to receive the ball under pressure. Twice he lost the ball. It is what it is. People just don't want to talk about stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, I wanna thank everybody that watched us. Hit that like button. Give me to 1,000 likes. There's still 1,500 of you here. Hit that like button. Tomorrow, 12 rivals, not virals.
So
You
more
can
super
see a lot of violence tomorrow morning. Rivals, not virals. Thank you, Daud, for being here. Your team plays Monday.
Every weekend I'm smiling. My club doesn't even play yet. I'm always smiling every weekend.
Yeah. Kas, his head is a little bit hot. Of course, his team lost. And Jordz, look at the smile.
I'm smiling.
My
Man.
man,
I'm gonna see you
Jordz,
guys tomorrow
imagine
morning.
if you had another striker today.
I know, man, and that's what I mean. That's why I say things can only get better at Spurs. This is just the start. This is how the season begins. It's only gonna get.
I need to do these super chats before we
Yeah.
end. Adita's saying Man United should retire the number 7 at this point.
1,000,000%.
Yes, it looks like it. Yes. Botman emptied his pocket tonight and Haaland fell out. To be honest, I disagree. Haaland had about 2 chances that he should have scored. So if you get chances, that means you moved well. He's done. His touch wasn't great. Mohamed is saying Diaz pocketed Isaac. That I agree with. Isaac was non-existent today, in my opinion. But everybody, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for tuning in. We're out of here.